What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Blades with Bill. Today we are outside my backyard because it's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Missouri in November. So figured, what the heck, let's do this outside. Plus, you can see my beautiful face. Alright, so today we're going to talk about edge retention when it comes to edge geometry, as in how much of a role edge geometry plays in your edge retention. So I have Spyderco Smock in S30V and the Spyderco Sage 5 in S30V. They are both made in Taiwan by Spyderco, both S30V. The difference here, we have the Sage 5 is a full flat grind and the Smock is a hollow ground. So a hollow ground blade would be thinner and slicier from the factory. There's just nothing else you can say about it. It should be. I went ahead and sharpened both knives to 18 degrees on the work sharp and went about cutting some cardboard. This is the cardboard that I was cutting. It's fairly thick. I hope that's coming through. So I wasn't looking to try and get a whole lot of cardboard cut. I was just wanting to see which one of the two knives would actually keep the edge longer. Now, to be fair, I kind of knew going in that it should be the Sage 5. I did shoot video. The video didn't come out the greatest. I'll probably insert at least like the first part of the clip of each where I'm showing you the knife that I'm cutting with it. But after a minute of going into cutting with them, you really can't see anything other than like cardboard falling. So it's kind of pointless to show you the entire thing. But, like I said, I kind of knew going in that the Sage 5 should come out ahead. And it did. By about twice as much. The edge retention was about twice as much for the Sage 5 as it was the Smock. It's not because this is bad steel or anything else, or Spyderco screwed up in some way. It's literally because of the fact that the edge is so thin that taking it down even thinner, it just... there's so little material or metal left that it's easy to roll. Whereas the Sage 5, being thicker behind the edge, even though the edge itself was the same geometry, it can hold that edge longer because there's more steel to roll, so it's going to take a little more to roll it. And I know when I got done, I went ahead and what would it take to sharpen them back to what they were at? So I took, and just from feeling them, I could tell the Sage 5 was going to be a whole lot less work than the Smock. The Sage 5, I took, put it on the work sharp, started with the 800 grit stone, and did the 800, the ceramic, and strop, and that was it. That's all I needed to do, and it is back to a very nice slicey blade. The Smock, it's not like it was chipped or anything real bad, but I could have done it from the 800, but it would have taken a lot longer, and I knew it. I could feel it, so I went ahead and went all the way back down to 400 and did the 400, the 600, 8 ceramic and strop. And it's not like it took a lot on the 400 grit stone on there. I don't know, 6 passes on each side, and then I switched to the 600. And it only took, again, 6-10, something like that, on each side from there to get it back to an extremely nice, sharp, slicey edge. So edge retention plays a huge, or edge geometry, I'm sorry, plays a huge role in your edge retention. I know a lot of people think it's all about the steel. Some of it comes down to the edge retention, some of it comes down to steel. I know like some of the super steels have been made that stuff that's supposed to be better than 20 CV and M390, which have been the super steels and the highest you could get for the longest time. They've started coming out with things like MagnaCut and Elmex. They've come out with a few different steels that are supposed to be better. They may not be as corrosion as resistant, but they are far better on the edge retention. So they did that so that they could still give us these super thin slicey blades, but actually get edge retention out of them. Now, I will say, I know I've even complained in some of my videos about knife manufacturers needing to do a better job with the heat treat on the steel. A lot of times the knife manufacturers are buying their steel from a steel manufacturer. So it's not necessarily the knife manufacturer's fault. However, I do believe that if you're going to buy a product from a company, you hold that company accountable for what you're buying. So all I have to hold accountable is the knife manufacturer. I don't know who they bought the steel from, for sure. So all I have is the knife manufacturer. So the knife manufacturer needs to hold the steel manufacturer accountable for being able to get the steel that they're supposed to get, so that we get the steel we're supposed to get. That's all. If you think that I hate major companies, I don't. I still love Hogue. I still think they do a better job with the Able crossbar lock than anybody else that I've tried so far. I love the action of it. I haven't tried the Kaisers yet. I would love to get my hands on a drop bear and try it out. I just haven't had the money to buy one yet when they were available. So yeah, I don't hate major companies. I don't think that they're trying to screw us over, but I think that they need to hold the steel manufacturers accountable so that we get the steel that we're supposed to get. And that's all I'm asking for. I think that's fair. Anyway, a huge part of your edge retention is your edge geometry. So keep that in mind. If you have a super thin blade, it probably will not hold the edge as long as something that has the same steel that's slightly thicker. So not necessarily that the steel was made badly. Sometimes it just comes down to there's just not enough material to keep it from rolling or chipping, whichever. So I hope you found this video informative. Everyone, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I release a new video here on YouTube. And you can find me on Instagram at Blades with Bill. You can find me on Facebook at Blades with Bill. I have my own Facebook page, which is Blades with Bill. And I'm occasionally on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok nearly as much as I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. But I am on TikTok at Blades with Bill. And if you start following me on my socials and comment on something or whatever, I'm a stay-at-home dad of 3 little girls. So my phone is always with me. If somebody comments on something or whatever, I'll get right back to you probably. I might be in the middle of something to where it takes me a few minutes, but usually it doesn't take me very long to get to somebody's comment or if they have a question about something. So feel free to hit me up. You can find me, like I said, on all these different socials. Everybody have a great day. Stay safe. Peace.